minutes later, we had our first taste of whiskey. There was uncles giving lectures on ancient Irish history. The men all started telling jokes and the women they got frisky. By 5 o'clock in the evening, every bastard there was pesky. Pretty well gone away, there's nothing left to say. Farewell to New York City boys, to Boston and PA. He took them out with a well-on clout, and I often heard him say, I'm a free-born man of the USA.
Who Belgium played? They were down.
Yeah, they were down, and they were up. The other team was up the whole game.
Oh, I see. I didn't see
England and Senegal. Yeah.
England and Senegal.
England comes back in 5 minutes. Yeah. Senegal scored early, and then the big star player for England scored both of their goals in the last 6 minutes of play.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Harry. King Harry.
It'd be fun to see if we can play with those big guys. I don't know.
Not having Phil Balogun in the next game is going to really hurt.
Oh, what a terrible call.
Oh, the red card?
Yeah, that red card was.
The red. Oh.
I mean, he's been our most consistent goal scorer. I mean, he had one goal back in that game and one goal. So
Yeah.
At least we had something.
I'm glad they showed resilience instead of just. I feel like old U.S. teams would have folded.
Yeah.
Totally. But.
That guy really is getting a lot of notoriety, that referee or whatever they call him.
Yeah. Yeah, Brazilian guy.
Leslie was saying as I was leaving, that story is all over the internet.
You know what I'm going to do? Oh, with the ref?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm going to put it on your chain.
Oh.
I think that'll actually keep it closer. Perfect. It looks a little strange, but I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about it. Nobody's going to be like, oh, this is a great video of no, but yeah, that microphone right there. They'd rather hear you than it looks.
Looks right.
You know what? Let me check because I can just reset it. I'm going to check see what it sounds like. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, we are at O'Connell's Hub, across the street from the across Prince Highway from the hill.
Right.
And they just got new ownership.
Right.
I wonder, does it say how long they've been around?
Oh. Well, it's a good 50 years.
I mean, they're old, right?
Right, because I used to come here in graduate school.
In grad school?
Yeah, down St. Lucie.
Let's see. Okay. 62. 1962.
That's when they opened.
It was founded in 62, bought by Jack Parker in 65. Jack was a regular.
Yeah.
And he started to work here as a bartender. And then he bought the place.
And across the street, he used to have a refinishing furniture place.
Oh.
And I think he was trying to get sober and stay away from any alcohol, so he wouldn't come in here when he got sober. So he opened up this furniture place. And it turns out it's a great place to go to get furniture redone. But the first time I came here, I was in grad school. Oh, and my partner in the office, he opened up and then invited me in. He said, come on, I know a good place where we can get to know each other. I said, okay. And it was O'Connell's. And he brought me down here. We sat at the bar.
It's got I like it's all wood.
Yeah.
I don't want to move this. I'll show you. I'll intersect pictures of the place. But the wood bar, the bar is a perfect hangout bar.
Yeah.
It's big. It's got the wood. It's got that little dip where you can put your arm.
And you can eat at the bar.
You can eat at the bar.
Because this place used to be just packed every time you came.
Yeah. Well, my guess is we probably just missed the lunch rush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there a topic or something you would like to?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, how about I tell how I got into psychology?
do it. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, I was trying to find something to do after I left the seminary and didn't want to be a priest. And I had been there 10 and a half years. 9 and a half years I lived there. I didn't just go to school. So, and it was more like a monastery. It was for the Archdiocese of St. Louis.
Now, when was the project? When did Nona have to move into the project after you were in the seminary?
Right. In fact, I'd been there a while, like 8 years. And I was aghast that my siblings would put our mom and grandma, who was with her, in this dangerous housing project. Only years later did I find out from Mom that she and Grandma Nona had both been robbed.
She used to keep the boiling water going.
Yeah. Big mistake was, it seemed so handy, was to be on the first floor, but the windows were about waist high. So anybody wanted to come in. So Mom, the stove was near the windows. So she kept a pot of boiling water all the time. And I asked her, because I had to live there when I was given a vacation from the seminary. And so I hated it. It was unbelievable. But people were coming through the windows. So she kept that water, boiling water. You come through, you're going to get scalded. And she did. She
would do the cart around, right? With the pizza, sell the pizzas and the homemade pizzas in the cart.
Yeah. Her big way of supporting herself, I mean, besides getting welfare stuff, then they would give her like a 5-gallon tin of peanut butter. You know, it'd take you forever to eat all that. And flour, and something else. But then across the street, not too far, was the Catholic Church. And because I was a seminarian, I was attached to that parish. And that was such a rough area. And this guy would have this pastor. He'd have us put on our clerical garb, which meant collar and black shirt and black pants, and go visit people in the project who did not want to talk to a white seminarian.
And also, weren't you like, we live here?
Yeah, that's right.
Talk to me.
I know. I tried to say, hey, don't beat me up.
I talked to this really great, just go hang out at home. I talked to this wonderful Sicilian woman.
Yeah. Oh, it was something. So I had been out one night with some guys. We were drinking beer. I wasn't drunk, but I was sleeping. And so I come home, which was another thing. I parked the car maybe, well, it was a little parking lot, so it was not close to the door. And there was always guys sitting outside any time of the night.
Yeah.
A lot of gunfire at night. And here comes, whitey seminarian, me. And they would start yelling at me, hey, white boy, what's going on? I said, I'm going home. No, don't do that. Smoke some stuff and oh God, I got to get to. So I got in. Well, I got in and someone had tore the screen off of my window and walked across my
Your
bed,
bed. Oh,
because there were muddy footprints on the white sheet. But I didn't know what it was going. I went to sleep. I lay down and I got just eaten up by mosquitoes.
no, because
The screen was
gone.
gone. Yeah, I found it outside and I put it back up.
Huh.
Well, my Nona, who was at that time blind,
Yeah, perfect. And she was still alive?
yeah.
Go ahead. Perfect.
Wow, that is a good choice.
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
Are you guys needing anything else?
Are you good on?
Yeah,
I'm gonna move this.
good idea.
I just want you to hit it.
I
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Lovely. You guys enjoy.
could I have a few fries? Oh, maybe I'll help him.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll just help him.
Oh yeah. If you want another order, feel
You
free
want
to let me
another
know.
order, or you can eat off these?
Yeah, let me just eat off them.
Yeah, if you decide you want more, feel free to let me know.
Perfect. Thank you.
Take some good over
Good
here.
fries.
So there we were, and so this Catholic church, like most of them then, had bingo
Uh-oh, bingo.
for money,
Yeah.
which was illegal, but the police let it go. And that took, part of the city also was a combo of the Syrian mafia and the Italian mafia.
Mm-hmm.
And so Mom was so brazen. She said, well, I'm going to sell pizza and coffee out of a cart. So she stole a cart from the grocery store. Oh, good. And she did unbelievable business. So she really did well. And so they ate well. It's just, and she had this old car, old Chrysler coupe. And she would do this drive loop to various Catholic churches in the neighborhood and go to bingo.
Oh, Steve would play the bingo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she played 7 days a week. I met this guy who was a young guy, new producer for one of the TV channels. And he said, yeah, I'm new to town. I'd like to get a good story going. I said, I tell you what, my mom's a good story. She plays bingo all the time. And then, she turned her car into a taxi cab. Only not officially.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So she had about 5, 6 ladies who rode with her. Okay, so this is going, and she's making a living, actually, with the welfare money and stuff. And she chased more kids away from our open window.
So then, how did you guys? It's such an interesting time for the family. I mean, it's not.
Mhm.
It's not like fun, but it is interesting. So it's funny because the bingo thing. Not to get. There is a nonprofit on YouTube, and I'm friendly. I interact with some people from that group. By the way, YouTube works. Anyway, they do a bingo, but you don't pay.
Oh,
It's too much to explain. But like,
they just have a gathering, like?
yeah. And then if you get it, you win like $5. But these people are like, that's illegal. Like, well, oh my God, are you gonna? Well, let's see if you can we're getting a good view.
Okay. This is the famous O'Connell's hamburger. It's approximately 5 inches tall.
It almost looks like that Sicilian meatball where it's just one big.
It's got Mm.
The hell of a burger. This is
Um,
missing something. I don't know what.
Um,
I could use a side of Thousand Island maybe.
I was going to say that. Might need some.
It needs a dressing.
Yeah. It's funny how trying to tell you about the history, all of a sudden, all these stories are popping up. So,
It's great to remember. I'm so glad we're able to capture it.
yeah.
And just get the time to hang out.
Okay. So,
Eat wonderful St. Louis food.
Guaranteed to stop your heart.
Make you love the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So anyway,
you guys are in the project.
yeah, we're in the project and I'm hating it, but I don't want to go back to the seminary, but I did. But I start planning on my own how we're going to get out of there. Well, it's some Italian thing. I met a new friend. He was a Lombardo, which is a big name here that ran the, they had control of the, what do you call it? All the concessions along the river, which were all Italian or Sicilian.
No.
And so I met him and I said, hey, whatever his name was, somehow I think it was Joey. I said, I saw you drive up tonight and you had this big truck and it said Lombardo's on the side. He said, yeah, Lombardo, that's our family name. And we kind of run all the folks down on the riverfront. I said, listen, that's a good sized truck. Would you help me move my mother out of these projects? I'll go find a place for them. And this was kind of shameful. None of my sibs got into this. And so he said, yeah, sure, tell me when. And I said, Saturday, 8 o'clock. You back right over the lawn here.
No window.
And so I don't tell mom because I know she's going to be mad. She don't want to leave.
Yeah.
She's got her little job and everything. So Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, Lombardo's pulls a truck up to the door. And these people come out of nowhere. Hey, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting out. I said, nobody gets out of here. And I thought that was a hell of a sociological comment.
Yeah.
Nobody gets out. Well, what was his name? Joey? He and I hauled everything out with mom screaming at me, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? And Nona, my grandmother.
Excuse me. Can I get a side of 1,000 Island? Perfect. Yeah.
Everything please.
That's great. Yeah.
So here's Joey. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. He doesn't really know the family or anything. And he's running a protection thing down on the waterfront. He said, where are we going? I said, oh, I got a place over on the Bolivar, which is a, yeah. It was, like the beginning of the Central West End on the Bolivar. There was a jazz bar and a pizza place. And anyway, there were some apartments back there. Still wasn't the best, but it was at least out of there.
Yeah, out of the projects.
Yeah, the projects. And with all, between the people yelling at us and then mom yelling, you can't take my furniture out here. I said, come on. Mom, I'm not taking it. I'm putting it in the new apartment. So we got it.
Taking it.
And
you're on your own.
Got a great place, I thought. And we moved there. And then these siblings who had not helped one bit say, well, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean am I doing? You were supposed to help move mom out of there. It was dangerous and everything else. So I got her out. We even owned, she did have to pay a minimal rent in the project. Well, we let that go. And mom said, wait a minute, I got to pay up my rent before I get out of here. I said, they're not going to come after you. She said, yes, they are. There's cops that come in here and say, you owe.
Oh, at the project?
Yeah. Well, they never came. I think she owed like maybe $100.
I mean,
Well, it turned
yeah,
out
we have to go after.
she was really, Mom and Nona, since they both had been mugged, turned out they were really happy that I was doing this. Now, the place I looked at for them was an old place, but it was nice, I thought. We moved in, and the place was roach infested.
Oh,
I mean, really, they were crawling over the beds and everywhere. So I complained and complained. And the owner said, okay, you take your family out of there for a day and I'll put in a bomb of insecticide. Okay. It didn't work. We had an electric clock that was hung on the wall because it was one of Mom's wedding presents. And we're sitting in the kitchen looking at the clock. And I'm really down because I thought this was such a good deal. Well, anyway, the roaches climbed up the wire of that clock and fell in the hole in the back into the clock, stopped the clock. There were so many roaches.
oh.
So the guy never really cleared it up. And so we moved again. We moved to Roseacre, which is where my brother lived. And then he stepped up. Cheryl, June, they had their own thing.
We're on Jackson. You mean Jackson?
Gil, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was Webster.
No, because you said Roseacre, but that was our.
That was our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Nona Francis was out. I think she.
Well, she decided, I'll move myself. And she found a great place in Jennings.
Oh, which now is. Right? Isn't Jennings like a bad area? Oh, these are great stories. Well, especially of that time.
Yeah.
Because it's always brought up that you guys were in the project. It just doesn't. It's like we never stick on that story. We never really hear that.
No.
So when did she move in with Aunt Shirley?
Well, after Jennings, which was a nice apartment.
Yeah.
And I had gotten my sibs to help, and we paid the rent. Well, but Mom continues her resilience and her own solutions. So she didn't have very good sheets and tablecloths. Okay, over time we'll get some. She went and got her own. She shoplifted them all.
Shoplifted?
Yeah. Went to Northland Shopping Center, which was the big center there. And actually Jennings. Well, it was so obvious. She would go in and get a basket, like a grocery thing, and get all her stuff, take it out to her car and dump it in the trunk and go in there into the trunk of the car. And those places were watched enough by cameras that they just watched her keep going into the store and coming out with all this stuff. So suddenly we had sheets and tablecloths. Well, she got arrested.
Did she really?
Mm-hmm. And she actually was, well, again, the family, when they realized what they had let her do, let her down, they felt badly. And they don't want to tell the story. But so she goes to jail in Jennings, and they give her the one call. And she calls Gil, who was always the family.
Yeah, the older brother, oldest.
So he said, she told him, God damn it, get down here and get me out of jail. These stupid police, they don't know what they're doing. So he told him, calm down, so I'll let you go, I'll be there. And he went down and he got her out. Well,
Was he married and all that by then, I guess, right?
it was the beginning of, like, sometime during the first 5 years of his marriage.
That's a lot of sandwich. That's a
Yeah,
lot of burger. You gonna be able to finish that?
I don't know. I probably will.
I mean, just take it with us.
I love pickles. So, Gil went to court with Mom. They played the immigrant card. My mom, you don't speak English too well, and she didn't know you couldn't go in and just take stuff. Well, they gave her a warning and let her go. And she was so mad at them for disgracing her. As though the police, as though they had said, oh, come here and shoplift. Then you get disgraced. But you're
this is for free. Ha ha. Or she knew what she was doing.
She didn't. Well, okay, then she lived in Jennings. But Gil got accepted into Webster. He was really
Webster?
Yeah, he was really making a lot of money in insurance. Then he gets investigated. That was a problem. He hadn't done it, but he sold some guy, a businessman in town, $1 million worth of life insurance. Within a week, the guy died. Now the insurance company has to pay $1 million to Gil. Unfortunately, he's dead. So that was a big deal. Actually, there was some other stuff going on because Mom moved in with Gil for a while as a babysitter. He had 9 kids.
Yeah. Where would there be room to move in at that house? Even at that big mansion in Jackson?
Yeah, this was down on Skinker.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't even on Jackson yet.
No.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you.
No. Well, he and I built a porch on the back of the house. I didn't think we could, but he seemed to know what to do. And that gave a small porch. That's a place to eat.
The Skinker house?
Yeah. And then Mom stayed out there. Then some other stuff happened. Oh, then Mom gets sick. She got a bad heart. And
Perfect.
And her heart was going. So I called. I would keep in touch, even when I was going to graduate school. I was then in my first year of graduate school.
So out of the seminary, first year of grad school.
Yeah, but I really wasn't out of the seminary because they were paying for me to go to graduate school.
Mm.
And so anyway, she moved in, and she became like out of the poor area. Well, then I left the seminary somewhere in there, and this guy, I hardly knew him, but he found me an apartment in his building. This was on Roseacre, which is right around the corner from where Gil lived on, whatever that street was, McPherson. And we had finished redoing his house. And Michael turned out to be, as my brother's son, really good with carpentry and stuff. He is now a PhD in psychology and follows my example. Okay, so I stayed one summer in Gil's house in exchange for me doing anything around the house that needed to be done.
Manual labor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you have that many kids, you have to put everybody to work.
And everybody did.
No.
So anyway, and we all explained to Mom, hey, you can't go around selling stuff and projects anymore. You know, we'll take care of it. Her pizza was great and it would just go fast. Well, she never really listened to us. she continued, got herself another car somewhere. And became, full-time bingo or lotto or whatever it was called. And she made a lot of money. She knew all the places. She would keep track of how the scores were being paid out. So,
well, she loved that. My remembrance is that she loved that kind of stuff. She always had the earbud in her ear, listening to baseball, wrestling, loved the wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Boy, did she.
It's so funny that she was into wrestling.
Well, I don't know in all of this. I know what happened. We had those apartments in North St. Louis, Palm Street, because my grandfather, my mom's dad, he died, and he left everything to my mom. 2 apartment buildings, some cash. Now my dad was married to her, and he became like the maintenance man. But in the meantime, the family, well, actually my mom and my dad, used this inheritance from my grandfather to buy this unbelievably beautiful house in Pasadena Hills. And now we were with the rich people. Except we didn't behave like rich people. Nels, my younger brother, had a BB gun for Christmas. And he shot out the street lights in front of our house. And one of the neighbors saw him. And I think the cops came to talk to him. And then he was driving without a license 2 years before he was eligible for a license. So he was running around. Then I would come home and he would teach me how to drive stick. Because most of the cars he got had stick. So anyway.
Well, I mean, you drove to your driver's test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Failed and then drove home.
Mm-hmm. It was wild.
Yeah, so I mean, that was like what, 56, mid 50, because right, because you're born 1940.
Mm-hmm.
So 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
15, 16.
Yeah.
It seemed like you could just get away with shit in the 50s.
I know.
I don't know.
In the 50s, you couldn't buy beer if you were like 21, and no beer on, no alcohol could be sold on Sundays. So I go in to get my driver's license, and I forgot my birth certificate. So I couldn't, I go up, take my test, and the guy said, okay, where's your birth certificate? Oh, I'm sorry, I left it at home. Talk about Italians. He said, come back when you got your license, your
Birth
birth
certificate.
certificate. Yeah. And I said, wait a minute, look at me. Just look at me. Do I look like I'm under 16? He said, what are you talking about, the guy? I said, yeah, you know I'm 16. I'm 6 foot. He got so pissed off. I don't give a fuck what you look like. You don't have your birth certificate. Okay. So after all that, here I've been driving for 2 years. So I asked my mom, okay, how do you do that parallel parking? And how are you supposed to do it according to the book when you back up? And she told me everything wrong. Because she was breaking the law. You know, she didn't care about license. My dad too, he drove, but he didn't have a driver's license. Well, they both got caught. So I'm this summer, home from the seminary. I get a job in a grocery store. So I go down to, it was A&P then. The guy says, yeah, okay, what's your name? And I said, Gennard. Oh, okay, you're hired. You're in produce. He said, all Italians work in the produce in those stores. Okay. And he was right. I worked in about 4 or 5 different grocery stores. Produce was all Italians.
Yeah.
And one boss, he was Sicilian Italian, and he offered me a job. He said, listen, don't go back to that seminary shit. There's money here. Not,
Oh, you were working there like summers or something
Yeah.
with seminary.
Mhm.
Why didn't your parents get driver's license? They didn't feel like they needed to? Was it an immigrant fear of I don't want to give my information?
Good question. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
I think they felt like a lot of immigrants, they thought they were being punished.
Being punished?
Yeah. They thought white people just walked in, well, white people, non-Italians, could just walk in and say, I want a driver's license, give them $50 and go.
Oh, so they were kind of forcing. I mean, especially back then, I guess you could also feel like, well, I'm driving without it,
You know?
and it's not like cops had computers in the car.
Right.
I mean, you could radio back to somebody. I guess. Yeah. Yep, perfect.
So one night we had like 5 of us. And in our little suburb of Pasadena, and the cop had followed me home from work. No. He had gone to my house before I got there because he was trying to arrest my mom.
You trying to arrest mom?
Mm-hmm. But she didn't have not only a license, but you needed a separate sticker on your car.
For taxi?
No, but because in those days, the suburbs could demand that you show a sticker that you live there.
That you're resident.
Mm-hmm. None of us had a sticker. So, so there's my sister Cheryl. She's now I got it. He had followed Nelson, my brother, because Nelson was probably drunk or anyway, drinking very.
Always in trouble.
Yeah, always in trouble. And then, so he comes in the house and he's talking to Nelson. He was like 14. And then Cheryl comes home because she lent him the car, my brother. He gave her a ticket, gave Nelson a ticket, and Nelson had to go to court driving without a license. I walk in, and It's like 10 o'clock at night and this guy's still handing out tickets. And I could hear all this noise as I'm walking up to the door. It's my mom screaming at the policeman. And so I walk in. I say, hi, Mom. What's going on? Well, this asshole was trying to give me a ticket because I don't have a sticker. And why don't they tell you these things? They just want to trap you. I said, okay, let's not talk like that with this guy here.
Yeah.
So he gave Mom like 2 or 3 tickets. So I walk in. He said, hey, is that old car outside here? Yeah, my blue 1939 Plymouth. He said, yeah. Where's your sticker? So I don't have one. Ticket. He must have handed out like 6, 8 tickets. They were not very expensive, those stickers.
No, I'm like, such good stories.
Yeah, so I told Mom, if you just calm down, let this guy get out of here,
Yeah.
we'll do something with these tickets. Well, she did, and he left. And he said, and I'm watching all of you people here in this house. He said, where you guys come from? Mom says, I'm from Sicily. What difference does it make to you? Oh, Mom. So we got her calmed down, and I got the policeman out. I don't think she ever paid one of those tickets.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I was like, I wonder how.
And I paid mine. Shirley paid hers. At Nelson, he was such a character. We went to court. We did, which was in the basement of one of the apartment buildings. And
Court was?
yeah,
That's,
you know, again, these are all pretty wealthy people who live in this area. And so I go, and the guys, I'm talking like I'm, which I was, Nelson's older brother. I said, yeah, we do things differently in the old country. No, I'm not from the old country. I'm from up the street.
you pulled the immigrant card again?
Yeah. Mom was going to call the boys. They take care of this. I said, Mom. So we got out of it, and Gil stepped in and got everybody paid up and all that. Nelson went and got a license finally. It's crazy. So of course, in such a restricted neighborhood, everybody knows everything.
Shit, I've been having. I just realized.
We missed all that.
No. I got it. I just had this insignia for my other show up in the corner.
Oh,
It should be that. Well, I wonder if I can.
edit out.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to.
Well,
But I'll fix. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's just. I mean, it's not a big deal at all.
yeah. Yeah, the cops won't come and give you a ticket.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just nice to have because I'm, you know, assuming that this is sort of our history in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have that doofus crest little insignia.
Mm. So then we got Mom and Grandma and I moved to Rosedale in Webster Grove, near Skinker. And it was a great apartment. Only thing was, it was a 3rd floor walk up. Well, Mom could make it, but Grandma, she was in a hospital bed in the living room. And she ruled from that bed. She was always yelling at Mom. One time, I was now out of the seminary, out of all that, trying to find a job to support us. And I became a college textbook salesman. Well, I was on the road half the time, not very far, just eastern Illinois. in Missouri. And I made good money. It wasn't a lot of money, but
Yeah.
so I come home. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm going somewhere that night, and I get in a shower. In a really nice bathroom, with a great shower, and I'm in there for a long time. And Grandma's in her bed. It was right near that. Somehow, she's kind of like timing me in the shower.
How much hot water you? How much water you use?
Yeah, and what a bad mom my mom was.
What's that?
And my mom was a bad mom, letting me stay in the shower so long. And so Mom gets in this huge argument with Grandma, and I thought, well, I got to get out of here. So then I got into graduate school, and that's another whole story. But
No, it's perfect. We ended right where we
oh,
we started with the whole. How'd you get into psychology? And there you go. Oh, people like those stories of Nona. Because I don't tell too many stories about it, but the one, I was a kid, so everything for me that I remember is all tame, I mean, you could sense there was a wild cardness about her. Because she didn't ever play by the rules of, it always felt like when we were at, well, first of all, she just played by whatever rules she wanted to play by wherever she was, it felt like. But she would own, I just remember if she came in, if she was there in our house at Shirley's and Gil's, I mean, not like an iron fist,
no.
but she's a presence, and I liked it when she'd always give me tasks and candy.
Well,
And then stuff in the cannolis. That was always my favorite. Stuff in the handmade cannolis. And St. Joseph's Day, when she was alive, was, I mean,
wonderful. Right?
yeah. I wonder if she just liked it because of the food, cooking, and baking and stuff.
Well,
Was she like that? I don't, but she really, I just remember St. Joseph's Day was like a thing.
her,
But she wasn't religious.
no. That's another whole story about how did I get in the seminary? Nobody went to church in the family. Anyway.
Well, there is a funny story. Right, she wanted to go. She wanted to go, but your dad was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Nona was like, "No, I'm all right. I'll work in the garden."
Yeah. He said, okay, Francis, you take all the children, you take your mother, and you go to church, pray for us. Me, I stay home, work the garden, and I'll fight with the devil.
Now did he? It's an interesting aspect of the family of all the English or American names, however you want to put it, I guess.
Right.
And so, did Nono call her Francesca or Francis? Like, you guys go by the anglicized versions, or did you go by Italian?
For the most part, English.
Yeah, because it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Right, for you guys. I mean, my understanding is that it was assimilate,
Mm-hmm.
like be a part of this, and to do that. And by the way, that's not wrong. And I mean, learning a language and understanding the language of somewhere is like one of the main steps, I feel like.
Yeah.
Plus, it shows respect. I mean, that's why I always like going places and trying learn at least a hello. How are you doing? To kind of just show like, hey, I'm just showing, I have respect enough for you and your culture that culture, just of where I'm at, that I'm gonna, as best I can, try and talk how you talk. But it creates a strong psychological dichotomy. I would feel like that would be in conflict for.
Well, really, and both mom and dad were furious about what they weren't. They weren't just a bunch of dumb immigrants.
Yeah.
Mom's famous. She said, my claim to fame is I flunked kindergarten 3 years. I said, Mom, how do you flunk kindergarten? So I couldn't learn English, and they wouldn't let me go on to first grade.
But then her English was good.
Oh, wonderful. She spoke English, Sicilian, and of course Italian.
Yeah.
And for a lot of Italian immigrants, she would write their letters home, and they would sign it. Because they didn't read or write.
Well, speaking of the Italian and Sicilian, the language stuff, it's such a short one, but one of my favorite anecdotes is how when Nono would get mad at him and not allow Sicilian in the house. No Sicilian would be spoken in this house.
Right, during the war, he said, and since we're at war with America, no Italian, and of course no Sicilian.
Well, the no Sicilian though is when you get mad at your mom and grandmother, right? When that, because you guys weren't. There was no Italian outside the house, right? And then you had to speak English.
Right.
Right? I mean, that is not a lot of. And that, I'm not saying it's. I don't know. I don't want to put a value if somebody doesn't do it, but it's pretty amazing that was the rule.
Right.
And really, and how, by the way, you guys, I mean, not the project, but like when your dad was alive, still moving you into like a white neighborhood. There really was a very strong. I cannot believe you finished that whole burger. I don't know that I could have.
Well, a lot
Holy
of
shit, Dad. Well done.
it's because I was talking and not thinking, but
Well, great, perfect. That's what this is about.
yeah, and
It's nice to have an hour plus one lunch just to hang out.
yeah, the language thing was really something. No, I went to high school in the seminary, and you didn't come home. I mean, you truly lived there. But we had to learn Latin.
But the irony is, then you go to the seminary and you have to learn that. I mean, so it's still taught in English, obviously.
Some things, I had 6 years of Latin, and did practice teaching using Latin as my subject to get certified as a teacher, which I never did because I never took the time. Because they said my vocation was to be a Catholic teacher in a Catholic school. I never chose that. So, but anyway.
I liked Latin. I thought it was kind of easy.
Yeah, it is when.
But I mean, it makes sense because, I mean, there's not a lot of cognates, but a lot of our base root stuff is Latin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I liked it. I always thought it was the easiest to kind of figure out. Spanish and Spanish and Italian are so similar that I can hear Italian or see it, really see it, and understand it. I can grasp.
Yeah.
The gist. But my Spanish is terrible now too. So. But if I kind of know in Spanish or know where they're going. I mean, Arabic, even if it wasn't in the Arabic, I know the alphabet and everything. so I can read the letters, but man, a lot of the words now are lost.
I couldn't believe it.
Just because I never had any, I didn't use it on a day-to-day basis. And then after language school, it was Africa and Afghanistan.
Oh.
And they don't, I mean, Afghanistan helped. Pashto is different, but it helped. If you hear Arabic, you're like, why is that guy speaking in Arabic? Okay, he's probably an Al Qaeda guy in the area, and you get but it goes with the language. But once you know the language, then you understand the dress. Like you just understand certain sort of customs. But yeah, I never, and in certain parts of Africa, Northern Africa, it's Arab. It's such a heavy dialect because it's a different Moroccan and very specifically Moroccan and Egyptian. Egyptian's is closest to regular modern standard Arabic, they call it, but it's a different language. It's the same as Spanish and Italian.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, I can see, bene instead of bueno.
Yeah.
Like you can see the kind of similarity, but it's like that. It's essentially like technically Romance, but Moroccan is almost its own language.
Huh. What is it? Basically Arabic?
It's Arabic, French, and the local, like before it got colonized. And so now it is just a hodgepodge. And it's like the only place that has Algeria, I guess. Algeria and Morocco. Those two.
I was just watching, was it last night or night before, some clips from World War II. And when Germany and Italy invaded Morocco first, I think. Anyway, the Germans were so precise. I mean, in this clip, they showed how they built their tanks and ended up with almost indestructible. And then the Italians show up and they think it's like kind of a fun thing. And they were laughing and having a good time and getting blown apart. The Germans took them off. They were.
I mean, it's kind of like Italian cars, like precision. They're good, but they're not made for rough and tumble.
Right. Yeah. So anyway,
Working with Italians in Afghanistan, and not much. They were there. I didn't have we worked more with like their targeting. They had an American guy who did their, like my job, like kind of more or less what I did for the Americans. He was doing for the Italians, and so we would help with targets. They had, they were put in such a terrible position, not by us, but they got ambushed, and two soldiers got killed. A court in Italy indicted, they don't use the term indicted, but had to go to court because he got murder charges.
oh,
And so it was like, so they were afraid to do anything. Once that happened, they shut down. Because if you're a commander in charge of people, you're like, well, I'm not going to go to court. It was crazy. Their court system is nuts over there. And so, but one operation, it was kind of for us, it was a famous one just because they worked with the MARSOC guys, the Marine Special Operations guys. And they were going after, basically, the Americans were handing them, because they just didn't have the technology. You know what they were very good at was spies.
oh,
They were very good at running human intelligence. They just had
Now this is the Italians?
Yeah. And by the way, they weren't incompetent. It wasn't. They just had a little bit loosey goosey. It was a very like, kind of attitude about things. But they weren't incompetent. They just didn't have the experience.
Yeah.
And so.
And I don't think they were equipped very well.
No, they got equipment from us.
Oh.
They were equipped. They were equipped. The problem is they didn't also know how to always utilize those things to the best.
Sure.
Any more to drink?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'll take the check.
Oh, we're all together today.
Yeah.
Is it your,
So I got
your turn?
regards.
Oh,
Technically, it's your turn, but you've been paying for so much out there
okay.
with the kids. I know that was an expensive meal.
Which one?
Well, the one at the lake, we kind of ordered the steak. I was like, I looked at the menu. I saw the menu. I was like, oh shit, I ordered.
Yeah.
But what else was I gonna? Oh, so they were equipped all right. They just didn't. They just weren't used to. They just didn't work as well as we did. And I don't mean on a person. Not that they were lazy. They're just not used to the over and over strenuous thing. So anyway, we give them a target. Not me. I wasn't there at the time, but my predecessor helped with this. Give them the target. They get the guy the signals, the electronic. What we came with that they didn't have is the electronic signals intelligence stuff. Boom, got the high value target in the house. Everybody's staged. They move up. They're gonna go in. They try and get the guy out without see if he just surrender. They shoot at the Italians, and so the Italians just open up and just
obliterate.
Yeah, my buddy was like, they had guys out there shooting. He goes, it felt like if somebody came out with a Tommy gun. It would have been, that's how it felt. It's like just shoot this mafia style hit on this house.
I know where you live.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Oh, okay. Well, here, what do you think of the meal?
Oh, it was great.
I mean, we went outside. We went to an Irish place. No toasted ravioli.
Yeah.
So how was the burger? It was good?
It was very good. It was cooked well, good seasoning.
Yeah, they're pretty famous for their burgers. But I didn't see the roast beef sandwich. The roast beef.
You know, one of the sayings that was, why were the Italians here, anyway, so attracted to the Irish? And a lot of them would marry the Irish.
Hippie was asking that.
And another little story was Gil, my older brother, when he came back from Korea in the Army in intelligence, he got engaged to his wife-to-be. She was Irish, Eileen. And so now his story, they were truly Italian fables, but maybe, but he goes to pick her up at like the first date outside the family or something. And Eileen's father, I can't remember his name, was very, very Irish. And so Gil comes, he said, I went to the front door and knocked, and here comes Mr. Hogan.
Okay.
And he said, what do you want? And he said, oh, didn't Eileen tell you I'm picking her up tonight? We're going to go to the show or something like that. And Mr. Hogan said, you're not going anywhere with Eileen. You're one of those damn Italians. And Gil, of course, got incensed. They're arguing about this. And so,
I mean, what's the argument you are?
yeah, Mr. Hogan opens the door instead of arguing through the door and reaches back and punches Gil in the face. And his nose is bleeding. He said, sir, what was that for? He said, for nothing. You don't come around here. And he said, I don't like Italians. So, but then Gil married her.
Yeah. Well, how about when you married Mom? You had the mustache.
Oh, yeah.
And the famous story of Gil going, I swear my brother's not Mexican.
Yeah. I thought, what's he talking about? I think he said, yeah, we thought he was a wetback. But he's not. I said, what? Told me something else. Well, Mom went to one of her bingo places, and she had like 5 old ladies in the car, paid her around a couple bucks. And the bingo place had been at the caller, the guy, B5 or whatever. For some reason, I don't know how it fit into the conversation, but he used the word Dago. He said, oh, you Dagos out there, man, you're sharp. But Mom would not allow that word used. So she's got these 5 ladies. She's on what became Interstate 70. She pulls over to the shoulder, and this is a true story. And then the ladies are saying, Francis, what are you doing? What are you doing? Taking care of business. She gets out of the car, walks around to where this lady had said about Dagos.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought you meant the priest was saying it.
Oh,
her
one of her
friends or whatever.
Yeah. And Mom said, I told her, I said, you don't use that word around me. And the old lady, she didn't know what's going on. I said, well, Francis, what's the problem? I don't like that word. Get out of my car. Well, this is like 10 o'clock at night on Highway 70.
70.
And the lady says, I don't want to get out. It's dark out here. And my mom literally pulled her out of the car and had her stand on the side and said, you'll never say that word in my presence or I'll throw you out of the car again. So Mom drove off and left the lady there. Of course, then she went back and picked her up about 15 minutes later, but the lady was...
I mean, the lady doesn't know though.
Yeah, she didn't know.
That's funny. So, okay. Well, to wrap up the lunch part, you had a Pinot, the burger. Yeah, I mean, this is lunch at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, and for everybody else, my sister who was on here before, I'm doing this, but the microphone's picking that up. She will be here. Maybe we do another one with Anna.
Yeah. Did we do one with Anna?
Yeah, we did Favazzi's.
Ah.
It was very good. And it was a well-watched show. A lot of people watched it.
She's so articulate.
Yeah.
Tells a good story.
Yeah.
Only she thinks they're true.
Perfect, Eddie. Perfect. All right. Well, ciao, man.
Ciao, ciao.
I'm a free-born man of the